Well, yes. Hello.
Happy Thursday, everybody.
Yeah.
For those
Nikki,
that don't remember me, my name is Nikki Pike. I used to be a
you're back.
regular on this show. Yeah,
Yeah. Very cool. All right. Yeah, Nikki, you're back.
I am back.
I know. You're actually, well, it's more like you're not traveling. You're home.
That's right. Yeah, I finally
you're
I got a Thursday or a Friday where you change the show where I had time off. Now, in my defense, there was one of the shows that I was going to be on, but you changed it to another day and I couldn't make it.
That's true. One show you're like, hey, let's go. We're ready to go. I'm like, not today. I'm not. But yeah.
Not today, Longbeard. You got to come on tomorrow. I can't come on tomorrow. Well,
yeah. But hey, it's great. I mean, it's great. It's getting a little wintry here.
So
it's a little flurry. It's going to be some snow. I think more snow tonight and tomorrow, maybe this weekend. So
you've had a couple big snowfalls already, though. Yeah, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, we've had it's a lot early. Kids have already had a snow day, and that's it's very early for this time of year. So maybe even a potential for snow day tomorrow. So we'll see. They'll be doing their whole snow day dance where they're putting like spoons underneath their pillows and flushing ice down the toilet. I don't know. They did some weird song and dance last time. It apparently works. So I guess they'll probably be doing the same.
Yeah, we got our first snow. We had like 6.5, 7 inches. First snowfall. I missed it. I was in Vegas for reInvent. Now, fun fact for you. Everybody knows how well the Simpsons predict things. Have you seen where they predicted like this deep freeze in February of next year?
No.
Yeah. I know. There's an episode where they do. It's a horrible freeze, February of 2026. So you've got people out there that are prepping because the Simpsons have been right about everything else.
Well, I did not know the Simpsons predicted the weather or events at all.
Oh yeah. They predicted a lot of stuff, right? They predicted, some of the presidential elections long before they happened. Getting off on a tangent, jump on Google and look for Simpsons predictions, and you'll find all the things that they predicted like years ahead, and now they're predicting this huge deep freeze across the USA in February. So make sure you got blankets because the Simpsons said so.
I'm gonna have to buy some more GPUs to keep my home lab heater going.
Well, as long as you keep electricity going, that'll work. But if it freezes,
I got the generator situation, and I could run for about two weeks, I think, without the full grid power stuff.
See, and everybody thinks when we make fun of Coon Labs that no, he is an actual data center. He's got battery backup. He's got a generator for 2 weeks. His gas supply for the generator is enormous.
Yeah, multiple ISPs. I got everything possible that I can at some level of expense. But
someday you'll make money off of this, I think.
Have you seen the prices of DRAM? Anyway, I'm going to do a spreadsheet of how many DIMMs of DDR4 server grade memory I have and how much they've increased in price. But those 64 gig DIMMs. I'm like, wow, I got a lot of money now in these DIMMs. But anyway, one day I'll maybe sell it off. We'll see.
Here I am thinking I'm big. I got my Turing Pi running at my home labs on it. I think I'm big deal. It's not even worthy of being an admin console in Coon Labs.
Yeah. Well, we may have mentioned it maybe last episode, but there's like DIMMs that I bought for 20, 30 bucks a piece going for like $200 a piece now on eBay. Nice. And that's the small time stuff. The 32 gig DIMM, the 64 gig DIMMs are just insane. So, hey, that's my new 401 used.
I'm telling you,
for memory.
When the zombies come, people, hey, the Coon Labs will be the center of technology regrowth in America after the zombie apocalypse.
Yep. Yeah. I guess.
What do we got today, Nick?
Yeah. I guess we're down to business here.
Before our guest gets bored and says, "Screw you guys, I'm leaving."
Yeah. Exactly. So to catch you up to, we launched Tanzu Platform 10.3. I don't know, sometime maybe like a month ago now. I don't know. And we've been doing, deep dive episodes in different areas of Tanzu Platform, just because it's so large, so many things to cover. And we're gonna bring Ray back on the show to talk all things observability. And he's now a repeat guest, and I think we'll learn a lot today about what's going on in the observability realm of Tanzu Platform.
I'm excited. His first episode was so effing phenomenal. I can't wait to see what Ray's going to show us today.
All right, we'll bring him on right now. Hey Ray, how's it going?
Doing well. I think you're flattering me too much.
I don't flatter, my friend. I speak only the truth.
Appreciate it. Thank you. You guys are hilarious, by the way.
Between two Nicks.
Yeah.
We did miss that. We did miss something with that, I think.
Yeah. Hey, we could always branch out and make a new channel and have a side commentary, right? Or the green screen before the show type of thing. I think would probably do a lot better than the actual show. So yeah. But I guess Ray, how do we where do you want to start here? I know there's a lot to cover in your area of the woods in Tanzu Platform. I think wherever you want to start, we're fine with, and we can get into it. And sure. I think I have some questions, and I'm sure Nikki will have some questions. And
I'll have questions. I always have questions.
All right. Well, I guess we can start off with the big one is Healthwatch deprecation, we'll call it. So over the next year, there will be no more Healthwatch. So we've taken a lot of strides to make this transition seamless for everyone. And I'm sure everyone's got their advisory notice and so on and so forth already. So you understand the reasons behind it. There's basically AGPL code that Broadcom doesn't want us to use anymore. So we had to recreate the experience. And I'll just be fully transparent. We were hoping that the experience people had in Hub, they would just naturally migrate, right? It would be a better experience. We were building something better. And the reality is this forcing factor came in. And the good news is that people are loving what they're seeing. We have like internal customers, external customers. They're just really happy with what we've done in the Hub framework. So I guess we can start there. And so you have a year, right? So October, well, it's a little less than a year now, but October 2026, it'll go end of life, end of sale. And so you have a year to do your transitions. And I can maybe show some screens, and we can show you what we're doing to
so it's fully incorporated into Hub now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they're like, again, full transparency. There's some gaps as far as like visualization types on widgets and things like that. We're closing those in our next release, and we'll continue anything that you need. Obviously, customers reach out to your account teams and let us know, hey, we need this for this reason, and we'll work diligently to get it across. But what you're seeing on the screen right now is basically the new foundation core, which is like the old TAS, and it comes with some health screens built in, and it also comes with, it's beta right now, but you'll expect this to grow into the full Opsman capability. So on a single foundation, completely independent, you have access to your managed functions and then your health functions. And we've included some out-of-the-box dashboards here. You don't get all the customization that you would get from Healthwatch in this in Foundation Core, but I'll show you another screen in a couple of seconds that get you all of the capabilities. Right. So,
and I guess a quick aside, Nikki, if you haven't picked up on it, Ops Manager is now known as Foundation Core.
Okay, so I figured it was going. Y'all had went by quite a bit of time without renaming something, so it was time to come in. And by the way, quick rant. So you're going to see me popping on and off the screen and freezing. Sorry about that. Hey, Elgato, get your crap together. You're breaking me. Well, I'm frozen now.
Yeah. Your mic's working fine. It seems to be up to speed. So
yeah, it's the one thing not going through Elgato, and I really want to love you guys, but man, you're breaking my heart right now.
Yeah.
At least it isn't a bad freeze. Yeah, there's some really.
I freeze in an awkward position. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So Foundation Core. That you're right. It is. It's now the combination of basic Healthwatch and Opsman, and it'll continue to develop here. So some core things. They might be different places as that you would find, like some of these widgets, you'd find them in different dashboards in Healthwatch, but we tried to do our best to organize them a little bit more, I don't know, by function and stuff like that. So anything about your Bosch, Diego, Go router, logging system, so on and so forth, platform health, right? All of these are here for you. So again, this is standalone. It comes bundled in. So if you need to get into your foundation, we consider this more the break glass moment, right? You don't want to spend your time in this experience. It's only there if Hub goes down, right? So I'll switch to my next. No, not that one. This one. So this is Tanzu Hub with just a TAS license. So this is something else that we had to do because we were deprecating Healthwatch. We needed to give the Hub experience to every customer, right? So now you have this capability in 2 spots. And so in this version that you're seeing here, I don't have a Tanzu Platform license applied. Right. So you see a lot of things that are blocked out. This is the added value. When you get a Tanzu Platform license, then a lot of things get unblocked, and you'll see a lot of widgets are basically blocked away. The only thing you can see really on the homepage are alerts for your foundation and app status, but none of these links lead you anywhere for the app. It's just almost like a teaser. Wait for the next release, or even more in the future. You'll get more functionality back here.
That's the first bump, right? This one's free. This is what's going to get you hooked. Now you got to go buy the full thing. Got it.
Correct. Yeah. And we do expect like most of our customers will be on Tanzu Platform licenses by the end of 2026, 2027, right? So it's just a minor bump in the road. You can obviously trial this. Just talk to your account teams. You get 90 days and you can play around with it. But again, if you just have a TAS license, you'll get this. You'll get dashboards. Okay, you can even create your own dashboards, custom dashboards. So more of the full Grafana-like experience, right? All of your alerts are run out of here as well. So we have an alerts left nav window now, right? So the full engine's there. It is based on Alert Manager. So it'll be very, very similar. I can maybe create one real quick, but it's similar to our to Hub. It's kind of a combination. Let's just put it that way. If you're looking at your notifications and silences and stuff like that, you'll be able to get to those as well within Hub. But I think I went over this in the last session we had. But you can give it a name, so on and so forth. Click next, and then you can select and search for your metrics that if I could type. Right, pick any metric. You have your you can filter. So if you want to reduce your scope, right, by a foundation or a certain set of foundations, for example, or for only certain app names and so on and so forth, you can reduce that scope. The object type is a foundation, and this really controls where the alert will show up in Hub, right? So in this case, this would be a foundation. If I go to the foundation page, I'll see that the alerts show up there and they're associated. Of course, application and services don't really apply because in this version, you don't have visibility of apps and services. So we'll just kind of skip past that. And actually, I was looking for widgets here. So our experience to create alerts is very similar to creating widgets. Obviously, there's no visualization capabilities in an alert. It's just going to measure thresholds and so on and so forth. So I'll probably stop there on this here, but just know that you have all of your alerts here. You can manage them, and these are all the ones that are in the box, out of the box, and you can come and edit and do things like that. Your notifications are also controlled from here, and this is where the alert manager kind of comes in. It's like alert rules and inhibit rules. All these things should be familiar to anyone coming from the alert manager world. This is just like you would have in alert manager. If you have a maintenance window, for example, you can say, hey, don't alert me during this time frame for these certain types of alerts.
Nice. Now, is this so I saw like creating alerts if you've got the right license, creating app alerts. Is this, or has it already? It's been a while since I got caught up. Is this taking over for AppsMan as well?
So that's a great question. And let's just say we have 2 UIs that we're managing, right? So use some reasonable deduction and understand that the odds are in the future, we're not going to want to manage 2 separate UIs to do the same function. It's
Right.
overhead, it's supporting 2 tools, and so on and so forth. So expect over the next little while, you'll see a lot more AppsMan-like functionality in Hub. And this one, there's no forcing factor like the AGPL that would say, hey, you're going to lose it on this day specifically. It'll be a more natural migration, right? Like once you see in Hub, you might as well deprecate and turn off your AppsMan.
Yeah, and I guess on a side note of just current events, I was a little like why care about the AGPL thing, but then to see what happened in the MinIO community where they just decided they're gonna just stop all open source. I could see why that's kind of important to not have a core dependency on an AGPL piece of software. Not to say that like Grafana is gonna do anything bad, like or anything like that. It's just overall, I think it's gonna be good for us. It's just there's gonna be a lot of people that depend on MinIO having a lot of troubles here in the next few weeks and months here as they just stopped. They archived the open source repo and said no updates. So, yay, fun times.
Yeah, read the advisory. There's a lot more information on it. I don't want to misquote certain things, but there's issues with using it, and there's a lot of companies that are moving away from it. So this is our answer, and again, hopefully it's a better experience for everyone.
Well, one thing that I love is it's bringing everything into a single pane, and Nick, we're old school. A lot of guys out there that are watching this are old school. Having a lot of tabs open could get exhausting at times. Being able to have a single pane of glass to come in and look at everything. And I think also the fact that now you're getting correlations between what used to be those separate tools, being able to click into something and go to another place to get more information on that. That's huge. But I mean, I've always been a huge fan of Hub for tasks. So I think it's a great product. And I think this is going to make PE's lives a lot easier.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to watch when the AppsMan comes in and, how that gets segmented and separated. Cause I'm guessing there's roles-based controls on this, right? So developers are only going to see the app stuff. PEs are going to see the full vision.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And stay tuned on that. April, May, you'll want to get another one of the PMs on board for the show, and she'll explain a lot of the cool stuff that we're doing from the AppsMan level.
Yeah. Could you zoom in on your screen just a tad too?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
Is that good?
Thanks. Yep.
I'll go back one more. So I just clicked on foundations, and of course, again, we're still in foundation core, so there is only one foundation. So you'll basically only have one. There's no management capability or foundation groups. You'll see there's a lot of things grayed out that you can't access, right? But if I go into an individual foundation, this is kind of there's a little bit of change here as well. So we used to have like all of these sub menus were across the top here, and we're adding in. I'll show you when I switch over to the license, the Tanzu Platform license version, that we're bringing in AppsMan capability into this UI, right? So we needed a way to reorganize these tabs. So we put everything under health, and again, everything's here. There's a couple more dashboards that are built in to the full Hub experience, like the OTEL collector, UAA, usage service, Elastic. This is the old platform health one. We've added a couple widgets too in the logging system that you'd find in Healthwatch, but we didn't have them in Hub. So again, as you go through, you'll see new things, and these were the 3 ones that we added: the agent rate loss and so on and so forth, syslog drain. So and things that were missing from earlier versions of Hub, we're now getting much closer. So I'd be very surprised. You might have like a 98% coverage, good, and then the last 2%. Just let us know, customers and users, and we'll close those gaps.
Well, then too, you're going to get, even in the TAS license version, you still get a multi-foundation view of Healthwatch, right?
Correct. Yeah. So you're right. I did switch over. So this was Foundation Core. That was my bad. So this one here is the full TAS version, and yes, you will get multi-foundation view. You just won't be able to act on multiple foundations at a time, which is kind of one of our edicts of the full licenses. Hey, foundation groups, for example, if you want to place apps to those, right, and have Tanzu Hub make a decision on which foundation to place your app, based on capacity and stuff like that. You won't be able to do that with your TAS license. That'll be exclusively for a hub type of view. Also, topology. That's another one you don't see in the TAS license. So you won't be able to see your business app and all the apps and services and the foundations and even the VCF infrastructure. You can't add those in the TAS license, right? So we blocked a lot of that out. Capacity is done. You can't manage directly from here.
Now, I love to see this, and I guess this is going to be more of a generalized question, to both of you. But that syslog, that used to be something that was real important for us back in the days. But y'all made a lot of changing to the logging. Is that really something that we're still keeping an eye on? Is it something that I imagine with all the logging changes that becomes a little less relevant? I won't say irrelevant, but we don't see a lot of the system, correct?
Yes, there is some improvements, and you're kind of segueing into maybe one of the next topics is OTEL. Mm-hmm. We're like 99%.
I didn't plan that, folks. That was not planned.
Yeah. Well, and then too, some of that too, there's new widgets or there's new monitors for that's for like some of the aggregates, the slug drain stuff, right? Mm-hmm. As well at the bottom. So like you're talking about we're more concerned, in the past about the fire hose and drop rate and things like that. But the syslog stuff is part of this newer architecture, right?
Correct.
Which I think you were going to get back into there, right?
Yeah. One more quick stop here before we get there. So under administration, you'll see there's no VCF that you can add. That's blocked off. When you get your Tanzu Platform license, you come here under administration, you add your license key, and I need this environment to stay clean. So I'll show what it looks like when you enable the license, right? So now you get everything's well lit up, right? So all the side left nav menus are all there. You get your vulnerabilities, repositories, marketplace, all your apps, business apps, everything's unlocked for you. And we hope customers see this value, right? There's a drastic difference between a TAS license and a Tanzu Platform license.
I feel like those little alien guys from Toy Story. Ooh.
Yeah, it's looking good, right?
Yeah. Good color choices. It stands out.
Yeah. We gotta get some more green apps and some more stop apps so we can make the thresholds more Christmassy theme too.
I was fixing to say it's December. We need more Christmas colors in there.
This is the holiday version of the Halloween version of this view. Stop all the apps so everything's orange. Yeah,
it's kind of funny. This is one of our bug bash environments. So in general, you want to see things broken in those environments because they show more things, right, versus green. So we have there's 483 that are good. Huh? Mm-hmm. Okay. But 42 cool. Again, big scale here too, right? Like this is a large scale environment, and Hub is chunking away. Not too many issues here.
Very cool.
So let's one thing I also wanted to cover. Hopefully I didn't time out. So
you're burying the lead there. Look at the scale of that. 42, almost 43,000 apps on a platform. That's Cloud Foundry at its best right there.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah. Huge. I forgot to mention something with the Healthwatch, right? So we said we want to make it easier for everyone. So in the platform services tile, there are a couple of new errands. And what it does, what they do, so I'll just go into the errands, and you'll see Healthwatch dashboard migration. So if you have any custom dashboards in your Grafana Healthwatch, click on turn it on, and we'll, obviously after you save, we'll migrate those dashboards into Hub. We'll actually place them on the foundation where they were, right? So we know, obviously, we're migrating from this Healthwatch instance. It covers a single foundation. We'll locate those they'll be on the foundation page and in the dashboard section. Also, any alerts, if you have custom alerts, those you can turn that on. We'll migrate those over. And then the last one is the metrics. So any metric that is used in a dashboard will migrate all 42 days. If you have that much storage in your Prometheus and so on and so forth, we'll migrate all of those metrics over. So now when you come into Hub, everything's lit up as if like zero transition loss, right? Typically when you start turning on hub, then everything starts at 0 and you have to wait for time, right? To catch up. And in this case, we've copied everything over, and you'll find them in the platform as if you didn't move. So hopefully you appreciate that. Obviously you save, it'll go and run the errands, and then everything will be all set up for you.
Now, my next PE question for you, because I love that. I love that you're doing work for the PEs. But if they decide to leave that on, and the next time they run a foundation change, is it going to go through and try to remigrate, or is it going to say, hey, I've already done these and it's not going to take that much time? Or is this something that PEs want to keep an eye on and say, only turn it on when you need to and turn it off when you're done?
That's a great question. And we do have checks. So we know what's been migrated, what hasn't. So we won't retry to migrate something. If something new appeared, then it'll pull that in. Our recommendation though is, once you've done this, then come in and just turn them off.
Yep.
You should, again, it's more habit, right? Like if you're going to create something new, come to Hub now and create it there. You want a new dashboard, do it there. You want to edit it, we've already copied your old one. Go into Hub, edit it there, and then help your transition, right?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Well, I would think too, then if you did the migration, you would probably want to reclaim the resources that the Healthwatch tile is using and spin it down.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. Get some more space in your IS back.
Yeah, and that's actually an interesting question we get asked a lot of times. Like, is Hub more or less resource intensive than Healthwatch? And the reality is, if you have 2 or more foundations in Hub, it's way more efficient, right? So, and even on the single one, I have the numbers off the top of my head. I believe the average for a Healthwatch is around 22 cores, and for Hub it's around 18. Right. So then if you add 2 foundations to Hub, then you're really only using 9 cores for each. And depending on the size of Hub that you implement and stuff, the number goes from around 3 to 12 cores per foundation. So you're getting a savings on cores if you obviously shut down your Healthwatch once you get used to the new workflows and stuff in Hub. Hopefully that's exciting for everybody to always want more AIs and room to push them. So
I was fixing to say, with all the money going towards AI now, anytime they can recover compute, that's awesome.
Yeah, or recover DRAM, your system memory would be great, right? Exactly.
Absolutely. So you're talking about maybe we can transition before I get back into to Hub here and some of the features. Another thing that we're doing is trying to get everything on OTEL, right? So you can deprecate the log, and that will be a huge savings. I think I talked about it the last time I was on, but we've actually delivered. So in Comet metric-registrar, all of those custom metrics and so on and so forth are now available on the OTEL pipeline, right? So the only thing left is platform logs, or our platform logs, right? So and you'll see that'll probably come in very, very soon. And then ultimately you'll be able to get rid of your log aggregator. And even so, because most people use syslog for their platform logs, starting today, you can start deprecating nozzles, right? By converting them into OTEL YAML config. And that's just in your regular, if I went into Opsman, it's one other minor change we did to make this easier to understand. And of course, it's not the fastest UI in the world, but so under where am I? Under the service tile, we've renamed system logging to /OTEL. We were getting a lot of questions like, where is the OTEL config? And yeah, okay, so it's here, a little bit easier to see. And then again, if you use syslog, this is where most of the platform logs and how people are using it if they want multiple destinations. Container script, which is somewhere on here that's not.
The custom R syslog config, just a little bit down. You can send to multiple destinations, I think.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so you put your Rainer script and so on and so forth in there, right? So, and then if you want your OTEL, you just come in here and you paste your YAML config. It's it is standard, right? It's OTEL, so you can use all of the things there. We've added some exporters as well. So there's a syslog exporter that will now allow you to export to syslog. So instead of going through the Rainer script way to send to multiple destinations, you can now do that in OTEL. Again, caveat.
So even for the
That's huge.
well, I didn't know that was there either. Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
the Rainier script was a pain in the ass. So thank you for helping make that easier, because it was one of those things that I don't think a lot of people knew about, but when they did find out about it, it just caused a lot of headaches for people trying to figure out how to make that work well. So
unless you're Mark Fines,
unless you were Mark Fines. Yeah. And me and Mark spent a lot of time, you know what, I hope he's listening, because I think that me and Mark kind of figured some of this stuff out together, because it was a huge pain in the ass.
Oh yeah.
So is this, so the OTEL endpoint then has to support syslog, but you could potentially send your platform logs to OTEL too?
Not
so
yet.
I'm just trying to, not yet. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Not yet. So your app logs and any other logs that are available. So it's not quite there, right?
Okay.
Just way to release.
Well, sorry, I may be jumping ahead in the future, but are we aiming for a direction where we no longer need aggregate syslog drains too, and we can do everything via OTEL, or we still need aggregate syslog drain at some point too?
My understanding is yes. Yeah. And that's the direction I want to go, right? Everything on OTEL.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
And then once we have all of the sources, all the data feeding in, then you can do all your transformations. We've had customers that are like, hey, I need this certain attribute for a certain metric and it's not standard. Well, you can use transformations in OTEL to merge fields and create an app ID, for example, or something, right? And you can change the format to match your destinations and so on and so forth. So super powerful. And
yeah, very cool.
And a lot more lightweight. That's really from my side, the ultimate goal as the PM of this is let's reduce the number of cores that we need, right? And some of these numbers are extraordinary. Like we're talking in the thousands of cores, right, being used by Logregator per foundation. And
and then just the nozzles too, because back in the day, I would deploy nozzles as apps on the platform, and those nozzles would scale out pretty wide per foundation, like as in like 10s or 20 instances per foundation to handle all the logs. So it's not only have that login architecture, then you have to run all the nozzles somewhere, and having to like getting rid of all that across every foundation. That's going to save a lot.
And then your upgrades, right? Anytime you go to upgrade, those are all dependencies. Are they able to yada yada yada, right? So and it extends the upgrade time. So I think everything on OTEL is going to be a huge winner for our customers. And if you're on chat, maybe comment if this is valuable to you or not. I think it is. We think it is. It sounds like Nick and Nikki are beyond it, but I'm curious what the audience thinks on that. I've been watching a lot of podcasts, and you have to ask for comments, right? Thumbs up if you
and we'll take a quick break if you like and subscribe to our show. If you like what you're seeing here, make sure to click that notification bell. All right.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thanks.
So again, won't be long, and you'll be able to. So starting today, you can start deprecating your nozzles as long as your endpoints will support Datadog format, syslog, OTLP, OTLP, HTTP, Prometheus. So there's a whole list. Check our doc. But I don't think there's anything that you can't do outside of, again, getting your platform logs in there. But if you're looking at your metrics and you're using nozzles to take care of that, start converting. You'll save yourself a lot, and eventually, hopefully, in the next couple of months, you'll be able to deprecate all of your Logregator, your VMs, your Doppler VMs, and traffic controllers. Save yourself a lot of room.
Very cool.
Plug that one enough.
Yeah, and then just simplify your overall telemetry, endpoints and things too. Where you just really have the one config and it's picking up everything. Awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, and I'm holding back because there's some other cool things that we're doing that will save some stuff. But, stay tuned when I come on after April, May timeframe.
Yeah,
there's one really cool thing that we're doing that I hope everyone will love. So stay tuned.
I'm gonna have to ping you afterwards because I don't think I can wait till April or May to find out what it is. So yeah. Very cool.
All right. So what haven't I shown here? Oh, okay. So we talked about OTEL. We talked about Healthwatch migration. So yeah, one thing I'll go into the dashboards here really quick. So any dashboard that has been migrated from Healthwatch will have a custom tag here. So you'll be able to come and check and basically do a filter for custom. And I don't know if there are some in this. Good, right? So these were all migrated from Healthwatch, right? So if you want to come and check and make sure the migration was successful, it's a real simple way to come and then you can jump right in and view the dashboard from here. You probably don't want to see that one. I don't want you to see that one. It's supposed to be hidden. Sorry. Anyways, edit. Yeah, so we've got the dashboards, we've got the alerts. Let's go into a foundation real quick. I talked about the reorganization, and then this is the full Tanzu Platform license version, right? So under here, now we have some managed capabilities. So you'll see a nice big bold thing. It's beta right now. So you can use it. It does a lot of things. It takes a little while to load, but you'll see all the capabilities, which is a new naming convention for us. Nikki was saying, hey, you haven't changed the name in a little while. Well, here's another one for you. So tiles in the future will be called capabilities, right? Which describes them, I think, a little bit better.
It's not Tanzu if we're not changing the name.
Exactly. Yeah, so every one of these things you can click into and you'll have the settings just like you would as if you're in Opsman. It's going to take a little while, so I'm going to back out of this. We got that. Oh yeah.
You can install and like kind of manage tiles through like the capability warehouse too, which maybe we'll can cover that on a different episode. I don't think that was on your roster there, but yeah. So
correct. And then I mentioned that like when you migrate dashboards from Healthwatch we have a new dashboards tab here. So this is where you'll find all of the Healthwatch custom dashboards that were migrated over, right? So again, another place to check. You can go to the dashboards, turn on custom, or you can go to the foundation, specific foundation, and click on dashboards, and off you go.
Cool, very cool.
This one I like, and hopefully you guys will as well. So the one thing that we were noticing is, man, we've got a lot of data now, right? That's one of the challenges of when you compress tools or centralized tool, you end up with a lot more data. And we have this cool thing called Tanzu Intelligent Assist, right? TIA. And we're like, what can we do with that? Well, now if you come to a foundation and you have to have the Tanzu Intelligent Assist, the advanced version, not the basic one. And it's just it's a licensing. It enables it. It uses the cloud. So just be conscious of that, right? Some of your metrics will go to the cloud to perform this analysis. But you click on a simple analyze button, and I will zoom in a little bit more on this one so you can see the results a little bit better once it comes in. Takes a little time, but it's funny. Anytime we show these things internally to be like, oh, that took so long. It's like, well, if you're a human doing it and you wanted to analyze 50 different dashboards and different metrics and stuff, how long is that going to take you? Right? So 30 seconds, I'm like, if it takes 5 minutes, I think people are going to be, wow, this is cool.
Yeah, you could just email me a report. I'll go get some coffee, right?
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So what this analyze does is it takes a sample of different metrics from capacity as well as the platform health and Diego cells and so on and so forth. And it analyzes them and it gives you some things for like immediate actions required. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit more so it's like super big so people can see it. We've given you some immediate things, right? They can investigate this high CPU usage on this particular instance, right? They're above 95%.
I wonder why. Based on the name, but yeah. Awesome.
Right? Yeah. And then there's fluctuating CPU on your log cache, right? And there's 19 crashed apps, right? So a nice, good, quick summary. And we don't stop there. Is we give you some recommendations, right? For the high CPU on the Gen AI model, you can scale out, or you can optimize applications, or you can increase the allocated CPU, right? So we're giving you some recommendations, and these are related to. So like, there's 3 bullets up here. You'll you'll typically see 3 bullets. So one set of recommendations to do for each of the things that we found, right?
Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool.
And then there's some other observations. So this is almost like hey, these are the things that didn't look, or that we analyzed that are okay. Or you know what, you might want to watch these, but they're not immediate, right? You might be slowly trending in a direction, but it's nowhere near thresholds. But hey, it's something you want to keep an eye on, right? And you can give a thumbs up, thumbs down to let us know, and we'll use this. So any customers watching this, I know sometimes we don't follow these things, but if you can help us out a little bit, it only helps you in the long run. Click on the thumbs up if it's useful. If it's not, then click thumbs down, and we'll try and make some changes, right? So this one's really
the only thing I see there, Ray, is the thumbs up, thumbs down for everything. I love this output, but I would like to be able to say thumbs down on some things, thumbs ups on others, especially when you're getting this much information in one. Because I mean, how are you guys deciding whether this is good or?
Agreed, and that is why. Thank you for leading me into this, and I think you might have saw that. You're one of these guys that are pretty crafty.
I just know the questions to ask, apparently.
Yeah. So you can say, Nikki said this was awesome.
Yes. That's what we heard.
That's exactly what I said. Yeah. That's right. We'll go back to an old inside joke. Nikki says this doesn't suck, right?
Yeah.
So
all kidding aside, this is where you provide that context to us.
All right.
Submit it, and that'll help us focus.
Cool.
Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually so on a side note, the whole Kuhn Labs, one of my main foundations, I had to go into a custom Diego VM size territory. I hadn't done that in quite some time, so I got my new VM size deployed, and I was rescaling Diego to get more memory capacity. So I was using obviously these hub dashboards pretty well, and I really like this whole report as well, because I kind of knew what it was going to pick up, but it kind of picked up a lot of things. Like, hey, like Diego's looking a little tight. Maybe add some more cells or whatever. But I was in SRT land where I capped. I was already at the max 10 cells, so I needed to make my cells bigger. So very cool.
I see a lot of PEs using this as their status report at the end of the week. Making everybody think that they did a lot of really good stuff, but.
Oh man, this would be great to send your boss. Yeah.
Oh hell yeah,
boss. I'm really crushing it.
Adding a couple, just add 2 or 3 little notes to the stuff that it comes out, and then your boss thinks you're a rock star. Man, he's really on top of this thing. Yep.
Yep. Yeah. We're making your life even easier. Anyway,
that's right. I deserve a raise.
Yes. Yeah.
Doing our best.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm almost done with more of the observability stuff. I maybe trying to think if we added much to apps. I think it was relatively light in this release. But the one thing I know we did, and hopefully, here we go. At the bottom. So we added, again, if you're using VCF, we're actually looking from a capacity perspective. We're looking down into the VCF layer. We're pulling in some metrics and helping. A lot of customers were saying, hey, this is great for you to tell me my Diegos are running out or they're used, but I kind of want to know from my underlying infrastructure, is there any, do I need to order more servers? And that's the longer pull than just adding more capacity that I have to the Diego cells, right? So we so you can get some more information about the VCF.
Very nice. Yeah, very cool. I see. That's I haven't done that yet in my hub, and I don't know why, but I need to do that because that's super useful. Utilization. Yeah, that's key too, because it's like if I had to go in there and manually inspect my vCenter. I'd be like, I can bump double the system, the RAM, and all my Diego cells, no problem, right? But that's in the real world. Getting racks of gear online definitely takes a while. So very cool to see this as well. And have that, I'm sure that's kind of trended and tracked as well to reporting and things and stuff, which is useful too.
Yeah, there's more coming on that, and it looks back. Most of the capacity stuff looks back 180 days to give you those recommendations, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
having only 42 days or 30 days doesn't give you a lot of history to trend against, right? So, and stay tuned. There's some things coming on the duration of metrics and things that we store that hopefully you'll like.
Very cool.
And of course, you want to add your VCF so you can see all your dependencies on your foundation as well, right? I think I might have showed this last time I was here, but that's not going to
Oh
do
boy.
it. Control 0. I
Yeah,
want to do this zoom.
You got to get the right context of the zoom. We're getting there. We're zooming in.
Context is everything nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I'll just even get your host systems too. Very cool.
Yeah, and you get the events and alerts if there's any alerts on those things, right? So we're trying to bridge that gap where, again, this is going back maybe to the last episode that I was on, but the handoffs between one team and another. I come from a long operations background, and like anytime you send a ticket or an incident over to another team, it sits in a queue for anywhere from 35 to 75 minutes. Look, that number changes obviously depending where you are, but that's a long time for something to sit in a queue for somebody to look at and go, that's not my problem. Send it back to someone else, and it sits in their queue for another 30 minutes, then another 30 minutes, right? And pretty soon you've just blown your MTTR budgets, your SLAs with your customers. So we really want to like bring that, at least informational things like alerts, right? There's something going on the host system. What is that? Is that impacting me or not? No, then I can continue on my side. Or wow, yeah, it's running, it's got network drops, it's got things, right? So now I know I should contact them and let them know, hey, I'm seeing this on this particular thing. So it's very prescriptive in how you go across. And of course, you get all the events as well. So again, you can correlate those things. A vMotion happened or something, right?
Oh, nice. Yeah,
those will all come in, which again could impact your foundation and things like that. So all good information to have. And that's I think that's all I have. Someone's going to yell at me later, hey, you didn't cover something. And I'm just wondering if I flip on a screen here, if I can find something else to talk about. But Nick, you've been using Hub for a little while, and I follow the Kuhn Labs channel, and I saw something. Hey, somebody won the award for breaking.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up, but yeah. So last night I noticed a new alarm that I didn't know existed, and I guess let me. I think I have a screenshot of it somewhere. I'll bring it up.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Chat to chat.
This sounds exciting.
All right. Yeah. So let me figure out how to share screen now.
Is this going to be like one of those little dog shaming things where you're calling somebody out?
No, everything's cool here in Kuhn Labs. This is all just learning.
We try to break things to see what happens. That's the joy.
I'll go. Ooh, screen. Are we ready for this? I have a very messy desktop. 1 second. I will do that screen. Well, I can download that image and I can do side by sides. How about that? Because there's two images I wanted to pull up. Because like the relative. All right. I should have prepared this more. I'm sorry.
That's not what we do. Live show. We don't prepare for stuff. We just go with the flow, Nick.
Okay. I am very close to getting these screens ready.
And while you do that, I'm just clicking through some screens for people to see, and then maybe pique some interest. And I'm sure you'll get other people on the show here to talk about vulnerabilities and things like that. But this looks cool.
All right. Did I lose? All right, are we sharing me? Okay, I couldn't quite see because I was like, oh, I lost my StreamYard. I'm like, oh no, did I? Okay, all right.
We may have to go to a cinema layout because it's hard to see. Let me bring it up. All right, we're not on there now, but show us what you got.
All right. Ooh, Control Z. Oh no, what am I doing? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I tried to zoom in on it, but it's a JPEG that I crap. Don't do that. All right, so last night, what triggered my I was sitting in my data center, and I run a lot of quad GPU systems, and they take a lot of power. If I don't set in NVTop, if I don't set the power draw limit right, and somebody fires up a job or like a workload, some of my UPSs may start screaming about an over voltage alarm because they're drawing more voltage than they can support. Minor details, but so one of those started firing physically off in my data center. I was like, what alarm? Like, hello. Like, so like I'm going in there trying to figure out what's going on, and I had hub open, and I was just like refresh my screen, and I saw this alert. It's like high model inference time. I'm like, whoa, what is this? Like, this is awesome. Like, cause like I know I knew somebody was using my GPUs based on that physical alarm happening, and then but it triggered. I knew what app was using, who was using the GPUs. And that was pretty awesome, right? Because we had a very busy workload. Now this is actually after I got in there too, and I remembered that I didn't set the power after doing an update. So I need, and this is not something that like a real customer would do, because you're gonna be like, you see, like real data center grade equipment, and not the eBay junkyard that I maintain, and have like real power and things, and not the daisy chain of UPSs and outlets I'm using. But so anyway, I knew I needed to set that back because it was overwritten and redeployed. But I was able to kind of get in there and see the activity after the fact, after I reset it, because I dropped them down to 150 watts each. By default, they're 350 watts. So 200, that's an 800 watt decrease in total power draw on a single system. So very, very useful there. So that was enough to get that alarm resolved on the physical UPS side and get that back into a safe voltage area. But I was able to kind of connect the dots where I see on this model, like everything's going crazy. And I think even too, like I saw, I don't know if it's in here. Maybe didn't take a screenshot. I saw the service name. So I was able to see the service name, and then I was able to, like, by clicking in there, I didn't have it there. I could then get the actual model and the actual, VM that's being called. So hub for the win here. Didn't know this even existed. Had some alarms fire off on a real world scenario of like, hey, somebody's running something's going awry on one of these models, and it's doing some things. So that's kind of my quick aside.
Now, was I the only one that when Nick said crazy daisy chaining, that got a picture of all of his stuff running off of one extension cord plugged into the wall?
No,
that's the image I got.
Yeah, I have multiple dedicated circuits for the lab, so it's actually pretty legit. It's just, okay. I mean, the full. I really need to graduate to like real world PDUs because the amount of power that one system can draw with all of these GPUs. So I'm kind of like, multiple powers. It's a mess. But
what the hell is your electric bill?
Well, I'm heating my house with my home lab, but I don't run my heat. I don't run my HVAC. I've on a side life hack. I've just enabled the like kind of low continuous fan to cycle the air out of my basement to the rest of my house, and that's been kind of enough to mostly heat my house this winter so far. So, Mrs.
Kuhn, you are a saint. And we love you for putting up with what you put up with.
She got a hold of the thermostat the other day and ruined my whole streak. I was almost going for a week straight of full home lab heat, and I've recovered that setting. So on the thermostat, let's just say. Anyway,
I have something else that I forgot to show, and
we'll go back to you.
Yeah, please. I can't, like, every conversation has to have AI in it, and you your screenshot reminded me. We've done there's a couple of things here, so let me just go back to services here. So a lot of this stuff didn't exist in the last release, but so if you have, let me turn this filter off. So we have like service dashboards now for like Rabbit, MQ, and MySQL, and so on and so forth. So like, you can click in here, and there's a topology for it, right? So we can see this service, which apps are using it. And again, you get the full topology all the way down. There's alerts, events, yada, yada, yada. Health. So all of the dashboards that you would expect from, and a lot of these were in Healthwatch, and we just made them native out of the box. So your Rabbit MQ dashboard or dashboards are here. You can, switch to turn on like just to view individual nodes and so on and so forth. So this is something from a general services, but then there's something even more specific to Gen AI, which is changing its name to AI services. I don't think it's in this one, but again, we have a dashboard for it. We've got an overview. We've got the topology. So again, you can come in here and see. This isn't a good one. Let me go to another one. Maybe I can find
I definitely have this data in my lab if you need me to switch over to mine. But I probably have it somewhere.
Right. So you can see which apps are using the Gen AI, right? So again, you get that visual representation. You zoom in just a little bit more for different folks, right? So we know 2 apps are bound to this service, right? And again, all the way down to the foundation. And look, there's an alert on this foundation. And I can come and see, there's some test stuff, but I got some capacity issues, which is probably related to something that happened with you, right? We're playing with this and testing it. So we're going to exceed capacity here and there. And then there's a health dashboard, which is, kind of talks about the number of tokens being used. So a little different, right? When you're looking at AI, it's usage over time, number of tokens. That's where a lot of the cost comes from, inference. This one isn't showing up so well, but imagine all these are beautifully lit, and we're actually using this internally, right? I
was fixing to call you out, Ray. There's no AI model in history out there that's got 0 tokens right now.
Well,
right.
Hold please. I'm preparing my hub for sharing.
There
now,
you go.
Is the change from Gen AI to AI services, that's official, right? I think I saw Kevin Strohmeyer put some stuff out on LinkedIn about that change.
Yeah.
As well as a whole bunch of other stuff on AI.
Well, that too. And then we had I think we just officially published the blog of like where GTO or Broadcom's IT is using Tanzu Platform for their agentic business transformation. I don't know what the high level title was, but yeah. We've all been really involved in that project, so pretty cool to see that go as like a public reference as well. So very cool. But let me get my screen going here.
And I think this is where our 2 lives come together, because we're looking. I still believe in running your AI enabled apps. Again, everybody knows. I think Cloud Foundry Tanzu Platform is the best method to run applications out there natively. And definitely with AI, something that started off as a hackathon has become such a great product. So kudos to the Tanzu team for doing that. To bring my side into this is the one thing that we are kind of missing is the AI development portion of it. And that's where you can come talk to Coder. We can help you with the AI development side of that as well. So what does it look like to get AI to help you develop and then pass that off to Tanzu Platform for it to be able to run the apps that you come up with?
Yes, because who writes their apps anymore?
It's getting in there. It's fun to watch some of the IDE wars going on, right? I don't know if y'all saw, but like Kiro just announced that they're getting rid of. So the Q developer CLI and Kiro CLI is coming together. I like the way that Kiro is kind of approaching this. They're actually approaching their IDE from a true AI development standpoint, where it's more about spec driven development than it is, actual typing in of code. So that's one of the new developments, I think. So kudos for AWS for finally kind of straightening up their story and kind of removing some of the confusion of what people need to do there.
I was going to say, that sounds like an AWS service. I was like, I didn't know what Kiro was, but I'm like, if I had to guess, that's that's an AWS service based on the name.
Out there with Copilot, Cursor, Windsurf, it's just part of the IDE wars out there, but all of them got a good thing. Whatever helps developers get their code out there faster, but it's going to be an interesting thing to watch to see developers go from traditional development to AI driven development, how that's going to change things. And then what kind of impact is that going to have on driving to production as well? And, when you got a pipeline, you got a platform as a service like Cloud Foundry, you can make that easy. It's been easy for a long, long time. Now you just got to incorporate what AI is going to do from a development standpoint.
Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. I mean, that's something we need to keep watching, because I feel like every day that space is so much happening.
Oh yeah.
Because it's hard to even keep up at this point, but yeah.
Yeah, going from CI/CD pipelines to AI workflow pipelines, right? So, you know, how are we gonna see AI start working more in the software development lifecycle?
Yeah, and yeah, this is the screen here with some live data from one of my models, the GPT-OSS model. Start to see the input output tokens, token counters, usage over time.
Man,
Inference
you need to
engine.
pump those numbers, Nick.
Yeah. Well, this is just one of the service, and this is specific to this service instance, right?
Right.
So like, there's multiple SIs bound to this model. So this is like, hey, like this is my service instance as a developer. Like I know what I'm. Sorry, I just hit my mic. I know what I am consuming, not what like I can tell like, oh, I like I'm not dropping millions of tokens on these queries or something, that type of thing. So
Right.
it's useful for that perspective at this specific view. And of course, all this data is being rolled up to Hub, and I need to spend some time with Ray. I want to build some custom dashboards. I've got ideas. I just haven't had time yet. And maybe we can cook up a few dashboards here, and then maybe I don't know if you could like pass them around, or maybe have a blog about how to create it or whatever. Maybe one day I'll be in the product. Who knows? But lots of cool things here too that would just really scratching the surface on this one. I think a lot more to come too.
Yeah,
if only there was a home lab Christmas show where somebody could display their home lab and custom dashboards that they've got to look at that. I mean, no pressure, Nick. You got a week or two.
A little bit of Canadian to make everything smooth. Because no problems happen when you're drinking Canadian whiskey.
Everything's just fine. This is fine. It's like
until the next morning.
Yeah, everything is on fire. Yeah, like that's fine.
Exactly. Sounded great when I was doing it, but I just want to jump into so like, this is something like people might sleep on, but if you look at we talk about this, and Purnima talks about it a lot as well, is the data side of AI. And this is probably a good conversation, Nick and Nikki, to bring like a John Dwyer on, and just the marriage of like Greenplum and Gemfire, and how that helps accelerate and do things with AI. Like having both of those in the platform in under Tanzu, there's some amazing use cases. They're just caching responses, and this stuff's expensive, right? At the end of the day, so and data needs to be quick, right? We have those side products that they're not even side products anymore. Like they're very, very popular, right? And all of this stuff together can give you like a true AI platform for the future, and all on-prem, and I'll stop there because
I think that's a great point, Ray. As we start looking at AI, what's the point of AI? It's productivity, it's helpfulness, but it's also at machine scale. And things that seem fairly quick to us are going to be super slow to AI. So those caching technologies, those are going to become even more and more important, because when we start operating agents at 500-600 agents running at a time, a couple of seconds of wait time for them could mean a significant slowdown when we're talking about machine scale. So
yeah, I just wanted to add that plug, because again, it's the whole suite's here, right? And
just filling up the glass of the company Kool-Aid. I love it. 100% do I love it. That sounded rude. I didn't mean it to. That was absolutely, that was not meant to be rude, Ray. I just realized how that came out of my mouth. No, you're absolutely right. I love it. And I love that, this is a way that you can get a full, production app platform that does your AI needs for you.
Yeah. And you got to have the data too. And I think if we had a little teaser of that conversation with when we had Dan on, and the 100x engineer, what's it, the insurance megacorp application demo, where we have Tanzu Platform and Tanzu Data Intelligence working together. But yeah, there's so much more to cover on that aspect that we need to definitely get some more folks on as well, just because the data is really critical in this whole AI game of like doing things effectively and making these models be most effective and most useful versus whatever training data, whatever their base training set provides, right? So
was that Dan
as you said, no, the Dan Basquette, right? The super, the
The other dashboard that I went ooh at.
Yes,
so much.
The crazy balls flying all over space type of thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, and I forgot. I think it's a couple episodes back, but you'll see it in the thumbnail if you know what we're talking about. I can't forget the title of the show, but check that out if you want to learn a little bit more about that as well. All right. Okay. Well, I guess we are a little bit over time. So thank you for hanging out with us, Ray. But do you have anything else you want to kind of cover? I know we've covered a lot today, so it's okay if you say no, but we probably should wrap up sometime. So we'll move on with our next meeting and such. So anything else for the audience?
Talk too much.
No,
you couldn't
tell.
But no, I'm good. A quick story. I used to teach a lot, and my wife would say, "You must just love teaching," because basically it'd be a week of 8-hour days, and I would just get to talk all day. So she was like, "This is like the perfect role for you." So, anyways, that's. I am good. I think there's a lot in the product. Please do try it out. Again, contact your account teams if you want to try it. If you don't have the Tanzu Platform license, you can get a trial 90 days. Start your OTEL migration. Get rid of your nozzles, get a lot of AI or CPU resources available back to yourself. And I say this a lot. We ask a lot of customers, and we have been asking a lot of our customers for the last year and a half or so. This is something with the OTEL stuff that we're actually giving you an option or an opportunity to get stuff back from us, right? And again, we have customers, thousands of cores that they're saving by doing this migration. So we'll help you along. We have a product value engineering team that can help do that migration. Get yourself off Healthwatch, learn the experience in Hub. And again, we're all here to help you. And hopefully some of these sessions are informative enough that you're self-learning and you can do it on your own. But again, we're always here to help.
Yeah.
I want to do a shout out to Deshaun, because you're talking about this is a way to get cores back. Deshaun will tell you getting to Java 21 plus will give you memory back. So, native images. So yeah, I mean, customers should be looking at this and seeing that this platform is only becoming more and more productive, but it's becoming a smaller and smaller footprint as long as you take the actions to go in and do some of the things that are being recommended.
Yeah. And with memory prices increasing every day or every hour, it's a great way to get a promotion of how much money we're saving by giving resources back.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Don't ask for more than 10% of the savings in your bonus, though. Over 10% doesn't usually fly.
Yeah, that's good advice.
Yep.
But one more shameless plug here. If you like this show so far, you should like and subscribe.
I missed the pillow.
Yeah, and I there's a streak of episodes where I forgot the pillow to have it like close by, but it's back in the rotation. The like and subscribe pillows.
Yep,
it's ready to roll. So
you need to those out as guest gifts. Can I say that 3 times fast? Right. Everybody who attends who's a guest gets a pillow.
Oh.
Hey, what were we just talking about with the 10% Ray? What were we just talking about with the 10% Ray? Calm down.
Yeah.
We're not a sponsored show, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, that's being said, we have stickers. So if you want stickers, you can join our Slack channel, and then we can, we don't have an email address set up for that, but you can either contact Nikki or I on our social media accounts, join our Slack channel. We will send you Cloud Foundry Weekly stickers. How about that?
Because nothing says thank you, Ray, like getting to see me and Nick's face every day when you look at the back of your laptop.
And we have multiple types of stickers. We got, just our logo, the thumbnail sticker. We've got Nikki and I's face sticker. We even have a version of it. You can it's like multiple stickers in one, so you can have a sticker pack. How about that?
Sticker pack.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't say we don't know how to treat our guests.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys having me. I'll come back anytime. I enjoy this a ton. Probably the highlight.
Always. You made fun of me, but I always love to listen to you, Ray. I think your teaching background comes through when you're on these shows. So
thank you.
Every time I learn something new. So hey, it works out. Very good. All right.
And for all the people watching, thank you all very much. Right. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. By the way, I'm going to yell at the audience a little bit. Man, were y'all quiet? Come on. It's December. It's getting close to Christmas time. and Deshaun was the only one that really said anything. You guys got to speak up every once in a while. Jump out there and make some comments.
Yeah, I mean, maybe everyone's just getting ready to shut down for the holidays, but
yep, one more week and then it's the 2-week shutdown, right?
Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed the show, and be sure to catch out our other shows. So it's without further ado, we'll sign off on our normal process here of the countdown to a CF by, and then we'll see y'all probably next week or soon with a holiday theme show to kind of close out the year. But without further ado, 3, 2, 1, CF
by.